Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps and welcome to my Garden of Eden. Okay, so this is my fall winter garden and I got an update for you guys. I'm going to share what it looks like. I'm going to bring it to you guys as it is. It's a lot of messy and unorganized spaces back here. But I am ready to start planting my summer crop. And I just wanted to give you guys an update of how my harvest crop looks. Look at you guys, I actually have cabbage heads. So I have a pot garden, not marijuana. I use different size pots to primarily plant. Though, okay, I've learned something. It's been a while. Well, I've pretty much had a garden for the last 20 something years. And I know I've planted cabbage heads before, I believe, but it's been such a long time, I don't remember. But what I did learn, because if you can't tell, this plant is actually in the ground. This is the only head vegetable because I planted cauliflower, broccoli, and cabbage. This is the only plant I planted in the ground. And I learned that one plant, well, can you see how big the one on the right is compared to these two? This one here is cauliflower. You could see how small these are compared to the one in the ground. So in the future, what I'm going to do, I have other ones to show too that actually grew a lot bigger in their pots than these two did. The point I'm making is some veggies you would want to plant in the ground or in a large pot because that one plant is, it's taken up a lot of ground estate. Okay, but let's take a look. Look at the cauliflower. If you guys follow me, you know I had not complained about my winter garden, but things just wasn't growing. And it took forever for these to grow. And I thought perhaps it's because the weather is off. But you can see they're growing and now it's spring and they're continuing to grow. So when I first planted these last year, that bug, whatever bug that is, it did eat up a lot of my leaves. And I used a concoction, organic concoction, and that took care of it. And then more leaves grew back. But you could see here, I do have, well, something is eating it. But look at my cabbage head. Oh my goodness. I have to find out when I can harvest these. These have been growing for, oh wow, I have it documented. It's been months. So I could probably eat those as is. Okay, take a look at this here. Now I planted mixed greens, which I never did harvest, so it might be too late. But this plant here is actually Chinese broccoli. And I didn't harvest any of that because I wanted cabbage heads, but this is how it grew, and I just didn't get a lot of broccoli. So I'm not going to plant Chinese broccoli again, but look at it's, well, I need to research how to harvest seeds. And you can see I must have had more than one plant because there is some broccoli there. Yeah, it just didn't get a lot of broccoli, but some of these, most of what you see is the green, the mixed greens, which I never did harvest. Okay, and then over here, this one just didn't grow at all. I don't know if that's broccoli or cabbage. Okay, my peppers, look, I didn't harvest these either. But the plant still looks like it's alive. So I will keep that plant. I need to clean it up, of course. But you see, there's a cauliflower plant there. I had a bell pepper plant in that pot. which I do have. I'll share probably in part two. I'll share the soil that I picked up and more plants that I picked up. Okay, up here, I will move these things. A neighbor, my grandmother's neighbor, yesterday, I planted, this is one of my favorite flowering, like summer plants. And oh, it smells so good. It's lavender. The smell is so strong. I had this growing a couple years ago and don't know what happened. It spreads. It can fill up a whole pot or a whole area. Well, she gave me this. I'll plant that today. But in these two pots, by the way, Costco, if they still have these, I picked up mine over a month ago. Costco had a 5-pack of this particular style for only 20 bucks, and I picked up 2 sets. Okay, so these are, let me grab the box. For the first time, I'm planting berries, and these are edibles. So I have 2 blueberry peach sorbet, a blackberry baby cakes. I don't know which one is which one, but these steaks came from Target, and I will write down that it's a berry. And these are perennials. I got these from my grandma's yard, and they come back every year. I need to get some of her pink ones. This is my basil here that I transplanted this one. It just don't look like it's, something is eating my basil. That's a no-no. Okay, I will treat this one. Basil is my favorite herb. And after I transplanted it, it just don't look like it's doing well. It's not dead, but it should be alive. It don't look like it's healthy. Okay, and I do have more basil growing from seed over here. This is the area where I normally plant tomatoes, in that pot back there with my makeshift, what do I call that? Fence, I guess. People actually, this here, this comes from my craft room. That's a paper storage, a 12-inch paper holder. I have the things that hold the paper on the side of the house, and I decided to repurpose this in the garden. The cool thing is I can still use it for paper when I'm ready. So that's what you see back there. And I had eggplant. You can see there's dead eggplants still on that stalk. I'm going to pluck that up and plant my tomatoes back there. And here I had more. Well, you can see the eggplant, this is still alive. I might salvage one of these plants. Oh, look at my pepper. This pepper, I can use this for dinner tonight. So this plant is still alive. Yeah, I can save money. Some of these bell pepper plants are alive. Okay, let's move over here. This is pineapple sage. And I do want to pluck this up and take it out of this pot and plant something else in this pot. But this lasts all year. This is totally dead. Had eggplant. And over here, I had my Chinese broccoli growing here. It just didn't do well. So I have a pot that I could use. I'll probably I want a lot of tomatoes. So I still have to pick up squash and cucumbers. If you guys caught my summer video last year, I grew squash in this big pot. Oh my goodness. The squash grew bigger than what you see here. And the fruit, oh wow, they were huge. They were huge. Okay, let me pan around. So this little bed did not do well at all. Look, my spinach didn't even grow. That spinach there, these are carrots. I ain't seen a carrot. So I don't know what's going on there. And I forgot whatever else I had here. It probably just didn't have enough dirt. I don't know. But down here, this is a cabbage head. And it's inside of a smaller pot. But this cabbage head, actually, it grew larger than the other ones inside of a similar size pot. And what is that back there? Oh, I had two plants. So it was two plants growing and in the over here, pot. This one. So I there, and it just did not grow. I need to put something in this little bike that I got from my paternal aunts in Bakersfield. Okay, and so these are onions. These have been growing for I don't know how long. I ain't seen an onion. I don't know what's going on. And you see, oh, okay, these are probably the seeds. I need, and look, okay, I need to, once again, research how to harvest seeds. Okay, so I took a swimming pool and put it up high on a table because I do have dogs, which is why I have a pot garden. But this is my lettuce, you guys. Okay, look, let me go up high. Look how tall it grew. And these are seeds. Just look at that. It took a while for a lot of this lettuce to grow. And then eventually it did start to grow. Now, if you don't harvest lettuce, it can taste bitter. This lettuce, I'm more than likely going to put in my compost that I started last summer because it's bitter. But I love the idea of recycling or upcycling a swimming pool to use as a garden bed. Okay, and then over here, oh shoot, I just stepped in some poop. Oh no. Oh, my chives. Oh, these are chives. These lasted since summer, but they're starting. Okay, yeah, I have to research how to harvest seeds. This is the first time I've seen the seeds. Okay, and then these were beets. I never did harvest these. I probably needed more dirt too. And I had mixed greens in this one. So I'll add all of this. Well, there's flowers too. I don't know what it was, but I'll add that to my compost. This is a herb. I don't know if it's marigam. You don't see any stakes because I didn't. Well, this one is sweet marigam because I did leave these stakes in some of these. Okay, and then this looks like this was parsley, or that other one that looks like parsley. Oh, I gotta clean all that up. This had sweet basil in it. This dirt came from my aunt's in Bakersfield. I had a little experiment going on using my aunt's dirt and then my grandma's dirt to see which one yielded a better basil plant. But this container, I recycled or upcycled a food can, which I did spray paint. So it wasn't a fair competition because that container is a lot smaller. Garden sage down here. And then this is my little herb garden from you guys remember these? The tires turned into planters. This is from my childhood home. I picked this up a couple years ago. We still have that home. And there's another one that's there too that I'm going to pick up. I need to add more dirt. So I have a variety of different herbs. This is tarragon and rosemary. There's about 5 or 6 different herbs growing, and you do see that some have flowered. And then over here, these are mixed greens too, but these did not grow as well as the other mixed greens that I have. And I don't know why. These are on opposite sides of the garden. That could be why, but I have no clue. Over here is my mint garden that I started last year. Several years ago, I grew mint, and I had about a variety of 8 different types. And I let it die. Though mint is very resilient, if you don't water it for weeks and weeks and weeks, it will die. But last year, I planted more mint. This time, I only have a variety of 4. How I wish I had the other varieties, because last year I only found the 4 when I used to have like 8. So I know I have peppermint, spearmint, I have a lemon mint, and I've probably chocolate mint as well. And it smells so good. And the mint, oh, you can use it in your teas. I use it in smoothies. You can use it in your cooking, but you could also freshen your breath with it. You can just chew on it. I do need to harvest some, and when I go back to the nursery, I'm going to see if I could find different varieties. Back. It is hours and hours later. It's about 3 o'clock in my neck of the woods, and I do have a garden with me video coming your way. But here's a sneak peek of, well, earlier today, when you guys see this video, it won't be the same day, but I shared a garden haul, and I shared my veggies and these containers. And yeah, I am back because, as you can see, and I have more than this too. I have 12 different containers filled with veggies. Watermelon, bell peppers, tomatoes are here. And then I have some other types of peppers elsewhere, and I also have collard greens. I do have plenty collard greens. I cannot wait because it's hard to find collard greens in the stores sometimes. But anyway, here's a sneak peek of my video to come if you want to garden with me. But that's going to do it, you guys. I'm happy to have gotten started. I still need to go out and buy some other veggies like squash and cucumbers and whatever else. But I'm so happy. I look forward to the growth. I look forward to the harvest, and I'm looking at my lettuce again. I still need to research how to harvest seeds. That's a lot of seeds up there. Yeah. We can save money if we harvest seeds from our crop. Okay, you guys, if you like this video, why not like it? Give me a big thumbs up. Feel free to share this video. Also, do subscribe because it is, well, we can garden all year, but for some reason, springtime is the time to just really get excited and get started. So I do have more videos to come your way. All right, I do want to thank you all for watching. As always, blessings.